Hello, YouTube. First of all, before we get into the June 27 patch notes, I think it's better that we start off exactly showcasing the expansion trailer. So I'm actually going to watch it for the first time. I kind of got a sneak peek for like the first 6 seconds. I got excited about some castle. But here is, well, literally my first reaction to it now. So let's start off with this right here. That's the one. That's the one. That's it. Can't protect Tyria. I've been doing it for 10 years. What kind of question is this? Oh. August 22. Wow, they're actually releasing it on the almost close to the anniversary. It's not exactly, but purchase now. Get an Arcane Spellweaver's hat, Eagle Eye weapon set, Demon Hunter title. I'm definitely buying that. Ultimate Edition. You know what this means, guys? I think it's time to bring back Wednesday giveaways. Wednesday giveaways might have to make a comeback. Very cool. It's very much I mean, yeah, it doesn't. Oh my god, that artwork. Wow. Wait. My head's covering it, but wait. Guys. I need to decrease this a little bit. Check this out. Timey's here. They actually have Timey over here. Yeah. Sorry, not Timey, Zoja, yeah. I don't know why I said Zoja. They actually have Zoja over here. Does that mean Zoja makes a comeback? We have not seen Zoja since Heart of Thorns. Yeah, that is Zoja. That has to be Zoja. It can't be. They would not put this specific. I mean, literally, that's her armor. She wears the Asura, I believe, light armor, right? The cultural one. So that can only be one person, right? I have no idea who these two people are, but that's definitely Zoja. That is definitely Zoja. This artwork's amazing. I love this artwork. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Well, there you go. So that's the first announcement. August 22 is the expansion. Very little to know except the fact that we do get to go to that castle finally. It's been too long. I have no idea what this could mean, right? This definitely looks like something with a fabric in the mists and time and things like that, which is I don't think anything out of the ordinary that we've seen, but yeah, we'll have some surprises. So there we go. So now that we've got that out of the way, Secrets of the Obscure comes out August 22. It's time for the June 27 patch notes. So, story-wise, the cycle has ended. The dragon cycle has ended, and with that, a new era begins. As the world takes time to heal and friends and loved ones move on with their lives, Rune, the prismatic elder dragon, summons her champion to visit her in Suting province once more. She has something very important to tell the commander. Well, that important thing is the new Fractal. Fractal of the Mist's Silent Surf. A new threat emerges in the aftermath of the Jade Wind. Take on the role of a Serpent Clan salvage crew searching for survivors beneath the petrified sea. Scale adjustments. To accommodate the release of Silent Surf, the social scales of certain fractals have been changed. Okay, so they managed to rearrange some levels. Achievements. Adjusted the daily fractal rotation to include Silent Surf, of course. A new Silent Surf subcategory has been added under the Fractals Mist achievement category. Okay, cool. Rewards. There'll be new rewards for the Silent Surf that have been added to the Bling 9009's inventory, right? This is the NPC that's found in the Fractals. General, several new weapon collections are available to unlock. Purchase the collection unlocks from Brotherhood Requisition Specialists in Giala Delve. Fixed an issue that prevented the Echovald Wild Daily Spirit Slay achievement from progressing when slaying spirits. Achievement now counts Will-O-the-Wisps, Unbound Spirits, and Canton Spirits, except Spirit Retainers toward progress. Okay, well, anyone had that problem, that is fixed for them now. Fix an issue that caused fishing tournaments. There's fishing tournaments in this game? Why am I just knowing about this now? In New Kinding City to award writs of suiting province. Fix an issue that caused the Bladesworn's ring to require completing a different achievement than specified by the collection in order to purchase it. Fixed an issue that caused the Harbinger of Zaitan achievement to check an incorrect number of risen kills. Fixed an issue that caused the spider web prop to render incorrectly when using DirectX 11. Fixed another issue that caused the hide ally visual effect setting to hide the telegraph for focus destruction in the Aetherblade hideout strike mission. An oddly specific bug for that effect. Fixed an issue that caused the hide ally visual effect setting to hide the telegraph for the key pairing mechanic in the Samrag raid encounter. Oh my god, what the hell? Fixed an issue that caused player dialogue sometimes play lines for the incorrect character, race, or gender. Yeah, that might, I guess, seem like an issue. Why not? Endless Aetherblade Mutineer combat tonics have been disabled for use in World vs. World. I actually wonder what was it that was being maybe abused in this specific tonic, right? Or exploited. So if there's anyone in the comments that can let me know, what was this? The balance team has been reviewing your feedback to the balance patch preview and making adjustments based on that. Below are some of the updated balance notes. We'll be making further adjustments on July 18, focusing on damage-focused Scourge. Damage-focused Scourge. I guess Scourge is not dead. Alacrity-focused Mirage and Alacrity-focused Willbender builds, as well as tuning for changes from June as needed. General. To make them more reliable in endgame PvE content, all effects that benefit when player strikes from the flank or from behind now applies their benefits when striking defiant foes. Confusion damage has been adjusted as follows in PvE only. Damage over time increased the base damage from 11 to 18.25, increased condition damage scaling from 0.03 to 0.05. Damage on skill activation reduced base damage from 49.5 to 16, reduced to 16.34. Reduced condition damage scaling from 0.0975 to 0.0325. Ellie. Catalyst quickness isn't provided by utility skills, but we felt like it could still benefit from a usability improvement. We've updated Spectacular Sphere to grant quickness from any Jade Sphere instead of only the Air Sphere, which should give Catalyst players a bit more flexibility with their skill rotation. We also made some improvements to Tempest damage builds with an update to Tempestrous Aria, as well as some general improvements to for Offhand Dagger and for the Weaver in PvP. Core, Fire Grab, increased the attack. Okay, so they just buff. TLDR, they buffed Ellie. Seriously, yeah. Okay. Engineer, did they just buff stuff? Dude, what the hell? Well, no, not Mirage, though. Okay. Well, I'm not really too much interested in going through all of this. There's definitely, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, a lot of changes, I'll link this in the description below. New rewards in Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. All right, well, now we're talking. As part of today's announcement, we've got an official page with a high-level view of the expansion as a whole, plus deep dive into combat system changes, story, instance content. And in this blog, you'll find information about rewards waiting for you in the expansion. Oh, this is what the Wizard's Vault looks like, guys. This is what the castle in the inside looks like. Damn. Oh, it's gonna be nice. Won't get to carry me through the Fractal. Well, the new Fractal, yeah, I don't know. I need to make a crew, guys. We need to assemble a crew for the Fractal when we go in. So your journeys in the expansion will bring you face to face with the Wizard's Court, a group of powerful magic users who live high in the skies above Tyria. For over a millennium, the Wizard's Court has amassed a large trove of riches and curiosities in their private vault, nestled safely in their mysterious floating tower in the sky. Now relieved from their long isolation, the wizards are hungry for knowledge of the world we've dedicated themselves to protecting and are willing to share some of their bounty with you in exchange for a favor or two. This really just sounds like they just, made some magic and teleported some riches from people randomly into their tower, right? Like what were they amassing? The Wizard's Vault is a new streamlined reward system that combines the best elements of the daily login and daily achievement systems, allowing you to play Guild Wars 2 the way you want to, whether it's PvE, PvP or World vs. World or a mix and earn a wide variety of exciting rewards for doing so. For example, this is a nice, very looking skin. Yeah, very nice skin. With the release of Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, you'll receive new objectives to complete daily, weekly, and with each quarterly release. As you complete objectives, you'll earn Astral Acclaim, a new account-wide currency which can be exchanged for rewards of your choosing, such as new weapons and armor skins. A small selection of items previously exclusive to the gem store. Wait, what? Astral Acclaim, a new account-wide currency which can be exchanged for rewards of your choosing, such as new weapons and armor skins. A small selection of items previously exclusive to the gem store. Okay. Crafting materials, gold, mystic coins, legendary crafting starter kits, and more. No, we actually don't need this. No, come on now. They're already as cheap as possible. We can't have more ways of getting stuff that we need to get rid of out of the economy. This is not good. It's good for the players, I guess, in terms of accessibility. It's bad because later everything just gets cheaper and then nothing really is going to help make money for anyone. So I'm not too sure about this. I hope there's a balance. Like, if they do stuff like this, right, they need to introduce a sink somewhere to balance it out. Because otherwise, then your mystic coin is like 30 silver, 40 silver. Your materials are already as cheap as they can be, and they can get cheaper. It could be beneficial to people in the short term, but in the long term, when people like maybe need to sell stuff to get gold for some other stuff, it could not be, it might be troubling. It could be troubling for other stuff. So I think they need to find a way to balance something like this. You can't just introduce something without having, you know, already there is a lack of gold sinks. Now you've just created another avenue to getting more of this stuff. So, we'll see. Those rewards will refresh on a quarterly basis, but fear not. Oh, okay, so the rewards are different every single quarter, but fear not, as new items cycle in, any Wizards Vault exclusive rewards will simply move into a legacy section of the vault where they'll remain available for the same type of currency indefinitely. Oh, okay, so you don't even, it's not really like a lost situation. You'll still get to access to them. Our goal is for the Wizards Vault rewards are meant to be attainable through regular normal play. There are no paid upgrades or progression skips, and the legacy section exists to take the time pressure off and allow players to catch up if they take a break. Wondering what these rewards can be besides just the crafting and stuff. But that's actually okay. I think this is a very common norm, right? Is that you don't need to miss content and then miss out on rewards. In Guild Wars 2, it's very much you can leave, come back after 6 months, and you'll still be able to complete all this stuff, which is also a benefit of playing the game. Some Wizards Vault tasks and rewards are exclusive to Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, but all accounts at level 80 characters will have access to the feature. This is very important, yeah. So this allows anyone to have it, but of course, some things will obviously be very much locked into the expansion. That's not too bad. New adventure, new looks. On August 22, 2 new armor sets will become available. The first, the Astral Ward armor, is thematically tied to the story of Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure and shares the same appearance for all 3 armor weights. Second set, Rift Hunter's armor, has unique looks for each weight. A third set will be released after launch. Ooh, we're already getting stuff. It's like a free battle pass, more or less. Actually, you've described it very well. Free battle pass. I think they need to just introduce a paid battle pass at this point. I think there's a lot of money that ANET needs to consider with a paid battle pass, simply because they have to rely on MTX, right? It's not too bothersome. I don't find it bothersome in Guild Wars 2 because the game is free. You don't have to pay to play the game. You just log in, log out. You're not going to be worried about like, oh, I'm not playing the game, so my monthly subscription is being wasted. But I do think like an option of a paid battle pass could do great wonders for them, right? So I feel like they should try to introduce something like that. If this one is, like you said, it is kind of like a free one. So maybe it's a catalyst to the next one. Who knows? All right. So Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure also introduced a new legendary armor, Obsidian armor. Guild Wars 1 armor. I love to see it. This will be the first set that doesn't require heavy investment into raids or competitive experiences. Instead, the various crafting components come from open world gameplay in the Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure expansion. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is nice. Yeah. That just looks like a cosplay of Scorpion. Yeah, that's Scorpion in the middle. The warrior one honestly looks insane. I think the warrior one is the best looking one. It's typical knight armor, but I don't know, something about that armor looks nice. I actually wish they made like the monk one. So Guild Wars 1 monk armor was really nice. I wish they went with that for the obby set in Guild Wars 2. Something similar, but they're not inspired by it. It's okay. Very cool, very cool, very cool. The new legendary armor set is planned for release in the second major update following the expansion's launch. You'll be able to begin working towards it on August 22, though. Crucial components will be available to acquire, and you'll be able to start training your Astral Ward Masteries to unlock the crafting recipes. Part of the necessary steps for completing your legendary armor will be completing the Astral Ward and Rift Hunters armor collections. You know, this is very cool. Like an open world legendary armor is, again, open world is the best you'll ever find in Guild Wars 2 compared to any other MMO. So the fact that we also have an open world armor set is not too bad. It's actually pretty, I would say, very good. Open world in Guild Wars 2 is its own gameplay content in some way, whereas it's weak in other MMOs. It's like it shines in Guild Wars 2. I don't think any other MMO has been able to create these open world encounters, metas, and events that lead into like a big giant boss that 50-60 players come in at the end to defeat. So to introduce an armor set, yeah, I'm all for this. And it's not going to be easy. You still have to complete the other collections, right? So there is progression for it. Beyond that, the expansion is rife with rewards that will be available at launch and over time. If you're pre-purchasing the expansion, you'll get the weapon choice box that will get you started on the Eagle Eye weapon set, one of 3 upgradable 2-tier weapon sets coming in Guild Wars 2 of the Obscure. On top of that, we've got new unique weapon skins, armor pieces, and back items coming on August 22 and in following releases. We'll have more details on other types of rewards like miniatures, emotes, infusions, tonics, new fish, and more we get closer to the launch. But check out today's story blog to learn how you'll be able to unlock a Skyscale mount skin reward. You'll even find more details about the Guild Wars 2 Secrets of Obscure on our Combat Systems blog on our official website, which I do have those tabs as well. I do have those tabs. Oh, I already have that tab. Speaking of which, that is the next tab. A new chapter begins in Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. So today is the story part. Today we're thrilled to announce Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, a new expansion launching on August 22. New features and content will arrive with the initial release and continue over nearly a year of additional features and story updates. Extending the story. If you read our February and May studio blog posts, you've heard us talk about updating our approach to development to provide more consistent updates for both core and expansion content. Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure benefits from this new approach. At launch, you'll be able to play through a self-contained story. Following launch, the story will be seamlessly expanded upon in updates that come out every few months, telling a second stand-alone arc. Ancient mysteries, new threats. The story... Oh, wait, that's interesting. They said... so telling a second stand-alone arc. So it's not a story that comes out and then the next updates are all linked. I mean, I assume they should be linked, but stand-alone. So does that mean when the expansion launches, that story is kind of self-contained and then the update to that expansion is also its own other second act, self-contained? Very interesting. I hope they're more I hope there's not just like just a small link, but like still like there's lots of threads that carry over, standalone episodes can be nice. And I actually had this discussion with Red in terms of World of Warcraft, right? That WoW has shined by doing only standalone expansions for the most part, right? There are expansions that link to each other, but they've benefited by always doing self-contained stories in each expansion release because it's just everything is in that one expansion, and it's easy for a new player to just get into that expansion or any expansion that they choose because they don't have to follow 10 years of or 15 years of a story to keep up with it, right? They could just get into that self-contained story. And there are, like, of course, lingering things that can connect the dots and things like that. So this is very interesting that Guild Wars 2 is sort of trying to do that now. So definitely it will take maybe 1 or 2 expansions to figure out if this is the success formula for them. Ancient Mysteries, New Threats. The story of Guild Wars 2, Secrets of the... okay. The story of the new Guild Wars 2 expansion represents the opening of a new chapter. The Elder Dragon cycle that dominated major events from the original launch through Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons has come to a close. In fact, today's game update includes a small scene to transition out of the End of Dragons storyline. This interlude brings us to a scenic overlook in Suiting Province, where one of our dearest comrades has some bitter, sweet news to share. Oh, that's not nice. In the quiet that follows, a new force rises to threaten Tyria. As you fight back against Cryptus invaders from the mists, you'll uncover the answers to mysteries that have haunted Tyria from the time of the original Guild Wars. Ancient rivalries come into play. The world is at risk again. While we've relied on the aid of our allies in many adventures to date, it's time for you to find your footing in the darker, more mysterious side of the world. Now that the cycle is over, Tyria is blood and water. The mists are watching. 2 explorable zones and the Wizard's Tower outpost floating high above the Tyrian coast will be available at launch. In the releases that will follow every few months, a 3rd explorable zone will open in conjunction with the ongoing story that plays out. Okay, that's pretty much what we've expected, right? 2 zones and then maybe a 3rd one. Yeah, pretty much in line with what they announced in the studio blog post a few months earlier. So I actually like, by the way, that they're making the tower an outpost, because I felt like that's what it should be. So it'll be nice to finally have, well, actually see what it is. This actual tower used to exist in Guild Wars 1 too. Soar with the Skyscale. The Skyscale mount was first introduced in LS4 following Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire, and it changed the ways for players to navigate maps in Guild Wars 2. We love the freedom of movement options the Skyscale offers, which is why we want to make sure it's readily accessible to as many players as possible. As a result, we're adding a new Skyscale mount acquisition method with this expansion. Whether or not you own Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire or completed the original Skyscale collection, Guild Wars 2's new expansion will grant you a more streamlined collection to unlock a Skyscale of your very own. That is big. And because they can use this to market that you can unlock a Skyscale. This is literally like they're double dipping into marketing for the Skyscale. It's actually insane that Aina gave away such a mount for free in the Living World season. So them benefiting, honestly, this is good for them. They need to release it in another expansion. They need to be able to market that we're releasing a Skyscale mount expansion, or sort of like mount in an expansion. And yeah, some people will be like, oh, wait, what were you talking about? Guild Wars 2 is copying WoW. And then obviously this is where Guild Wars 2 players can pinpoint, no, we did that back in 2019, actually. WoW's copied us. But all those memes aside, like, it's good to actually have something like this to attach to an expansion. It honestly, the marketing, it just adds more content for them. So sounds poggers champion, as the kids say. Sure, sounds poggers champion. Once you've unlocked the Skyscale in the Secrets of the Obscure, you'll get access to a new Skyscale skin collection. Completing that will reward you with a terrifying and beautiful Cryptus-themed Skyscale skin. Why is it called Cryptus? What? Yeah, that's genuinely looking scary, to be honest. Is that flesh? What is this, to be honest? Flesh and bones? I don't know if I want this, but yeah, I mean, you ride this into battle, people are getting scared, to be honest. Skyscale Mastery updates. Alright, so the new expansion line includes new abilities like the Fireball aerial attack you unlock at Tier 2. Ooh, we can finally blast fire. I like that. A lot of Charizard gamers now. Some of the new Mastery tiers grant Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire Masteries. In those cases, players who have trained Skyscale Masteries for both expansions will get a bonus functionality unlock. For example, first tier of the Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure Skyscale Mastery grants Air Rescue, the ability to mount in mid-air if you've already trained Air Rescue in Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire's Mastery line. You'll now get Bond of Vigor each time you use Air Rescue. So this is the tiers. This is the bonus from both Mastery tracks. So Air Rescue 2.0 grants Air Rescue grants Bond of Vigor. This is if you have both. Fireball, you just be able to shoot flames while mounted on the Skyscale. Wall Spring grants Wall Launch, upgrades Wall Launch to charge faster and launch further. Alright. Wind Beneath Your Wings. Flying mounts can use updrafts. This is both. Combat Launch, gain the ability to mount your Skyscale in combat. Leyline, Acclamation. Flying mounts can use ley lines. Okay, nice. Rising Spirits, Updraft regenerates the Skyscale's flight meter. Yep. It's actually pretty cool. I don't even know why this wasn't a thing before, like Updraft. So now that they are... Oh, and names are subject to change. All right. Mastering the Rifts. 2 additional mastery lines will be introduced in the new expansion, both of which are closely tied to the expansion story. As you fight off the ravages of the Cryptus, you'll make allies of the Wizard's Court and the Astral Ward, huh? Ancient protectors of Tyria who have been brought out of their seclusion by the Cryptus threat. Through your new allies, you'll gain access to a powerful artifact called the Heart of the Obscure. With Cryptus forces pouring into Tyria through portals in the mist, it falls to you and the Astral Ward to track down and close those portals and deal with any Cryptus that might that have managed to pass through them. The Heart of the Obscure and Astral Ward Masteries will aid you as you hunt and close those rifts throughout Tyria. Together, the 2 new mastery lines will allow you to explore the world more freely, take on greater threats, and earn richer rewards. Skyscale, Astral Ward, and Heart of the Obscure mastery lines will be available at launch on August 22. We're planning to introduce a 4th mastery line in the first major release following launch. All right, so it'll be another one. Dude, that is beautiful. Is that the outpost? That looks nice. Ooh. A lot of bubbles, to be honest, though. Are those portals? I don't know. Yeah, looks nice. Is this the thumbnail of the video? Maybe this could be the thumbnail of the video. Honestly, the thumbnail needs to be... it needs to be something like... Okay, it needs to be the Wizard's Tower, is what I'm trying to say. All right, Fractals of the Mist, strike missions, and challenge modes. So, Secrets of the Obscure will bring new challenging content in the form of 2 new strike missions and a Fractal of the Mist, each with an accompanying challenge mode. Both strike missions will be part of the August 22 launch. Their challenge modes will come out in subsequent releases. As a side note, we'd be remiss not to mention that today's game update includes a new Fractal that you can play right at this very moment if you own Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. Yes, which we'll get into that soon later today. Today's announcement also included information on combat system changes and rewards. We'll be back with more information about Secrets of the Obscure between now and launch. Until then, check out the official page for more details. Visit the official store to pre-purchase. This should be the part, where I tell you guys, hey, you can start buying the game with my referral link, but I don't have a referral link. So I will just say, buy the game, or go find another ANET content creator who's partnered and buy their link. All right, combat. Yeah, this was like actually this was the big question mark. Like, what did they mean by combat changes or new combat systems, right? People thought it's specializations, and then people were like, well, they wouldn't say that. So it's definitely something different. So you have to buy another expansion after only 1 year. What the hell? Yeah, it's quite a change, right? To finally be able to have more content to buy in a year. Yeah. This looks entertaining enough to take a break from Diablo 4 to play. I think so too, yeah. Ah, look, Snebzor's in the chat. Exciting. Ah, well, there you go, Sneb. Go buy the Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure expansion through Sneb's link. You can find it under somewhere in his profiles, and you'll support him as an ANET content creator. There you go. Nice. Wow, you're at the right place, right time, basically. Right place at the right time. Amazing. Yo, dude, he's an actual moderator of the channel. How did I give you moderator once? Interesting. All right. Combat in Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. Today, we announced Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, a new expansion launching later this year. If you're looking for a high-level overview of the expansion as a whole, check out the official site. We also released a massive balance update today, full of changes that tee up the expansion features. What features are those, you might ask? Well, that's what we're here to cover, obviously. Combat philosophy. In the spring update blog, we talked about how we're looking for meaningful ways to add combat choices, adding new elite specializations with core trait lines and 3 expansions worth of elite specializations. Each profession already has access to a ton of roles and playstyles. For Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, we focused our efforts on bolstering and refining existing combat systems and removing long-standing limitations to put even more compelling build choices in your hand. So at launch, Weapon Master Training. One of the best parts about an expansion release is getting to use a new weapon and weapon skill from elite specializations. Up until now, you could only equip each elite specialization's weapon by unlocking yourself into that elite specialization's trait line. But what if you could charge into the fray as a hammer-wielding Hollowsmith or control the battlefield as a firebrand with a longbow? Oh, we're getting into it, huh? I guess it's happening. This expansion will introduce weapon master training, which turns the elite specialization weapons already associated with each profession into core proficiencies. So once you've unlocked weapon master training in Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, you'll be able to use elite specialization weapons without the corresponding trait line equipped. This will be the case even if you haven't trained an elite spec. That means even if you don't own the other expansions, you'll be able to mix and match weapons from the elite specializations associated with them. You'll still need to own the appropriate expansions and fully unlock each elite spec to make use of this trait line, but not mention getting the signature weapon and armor piece. Ooh, this is okay. I guess they are gonna do this. I did not think they would, but this was a like a speculation that what if we just had weapon training and we can all access all the weapons, right? That would just open everything up the door, and now you've opened a whole array of like new builds and things that you didn't have because you were limited by the specializations. So I guess it's the right approach because, you know, what else could have been a defining feature, right? So weapon specialization. I don't know if this is going to be a good or bad because this just means there's more things to balance now, that if every class can access now any weapon without being tied to a spec, this changes the game. It just flipped the script upside down. So here are the weapons that will become part of each profession's core proficiencies in Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. Guardian, Axe, Main Hand, Sword, Offhand, Longbow. Revenant, Shield, Offhand, Great Sword, Shortbow. Warrior is going to get Dagger, Main Hand, and Offhand, Pistol, Offhand, and Torch, Offhand. Engineer, Mace, Main Hand, Sword, Main Hand, and Hammer. Ranger will have a Dagger, Main Hand, Hammer, and Staff. Thief will have a Scepter, Main Hand, Rifle, and Staff. Elementalist will have Sword, Main Hand, Warhorn, Offhand, and Hammer. Mesmer will get an Axe, Main Hand, Dagger, Main Hand, and Shield, Offhand. Necromancer will get a Pistol, Main Hand, Torch, Offhand, and a Greatsword. As a fun bonus, this means we're also introducing a few new skills for edge cases like Berserker's Primal Burst while wielding a dagger, or the Untamed's Unleashed Ambush while wielding a staff. We're excited about the new freedom that will open up for all types of players. If you simply prefer a particular weapon, you'll be free to equip that weapon regardless of your elite specialization. If you like experimenting, optimizing your build, you'll have a ton of new combinations to explore. You'll be able to try out Weapon Master Training and combine different weapons and elite specializations during our beta weekend, which will run from June 29 to July 2nd. Wow, already on the weekend. We're just getting started. Yo, that's literally this Friday. Okay, well, there you go. Get ready to get into some interesting builds. My man doesn't even know his own mods. It's actually true. At launch, Rune rework. In the same spirit of opening more meaningful build choices, we're excited to be streamlining the Rune system with Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. As they exist in the game today, Runes have 5 tiers of relatively straightforward stat bonuses. And the 6th tier is a wildcard that can offer additional bonuses or special effects. Wildcard 6th tier are arbitrarily linked 2 build components to a single choice. Keeping with the theme of our combat updates for the expansion, we're splitting those into 2 separate choices to give players more meaningful control. With the release on August 22, the 6th tier of each rune set will instead complete the stat bonuses associated with that rune, and additional special effects or conditional bonuses will be removed entirely. But fear not, special bonus effects in combat aren't just going away as a category. We've split them into their own build component, so you can choose both stats you want and which special effect is right for your build. Which brings us to, at launch, introducing... I hope this is... It maybe adds more recipes to craft, because this would be nice. So I hope that goes that direction. So at launch, introducing relics. Starting on August 22, everyone's build will include a relic shot that becomes usable at level 60. Many of the relics that are available to players regardless of the expansion ownership will cover the functionality of popular 6th tier rune bonuses. For example, the relic of the trooper's effect is identical to the previous 6th tier trooper rune effect. Remove a condition from each affected ally after using a shout skill. Other core relics have an updated effect compared to the 6th tier rune that they used to be associated with, like the relic of the thief. Upon striking an enemy with a weapon that has a cooldown or resource cost, gain 1% strike damage for 6 seconds, up to maximum of 5 stacks, and refresh duration for all stacks for 6 seconds. Generally, you'll be able to get relics through crafting. Okay, nice. Okay, instance content like Fractal of the Mist, track missions, reward tracks, achievements, and more. Celebrate the new system will distribute a relic system box to all players at launch. I actually wish they would do it through just crafting. Yeah, I would say just crafting. And you could get stuff that you need, obviously, through the instance content. So I think crafting, just keeping crafting might have been better, but yeah. Because what's going to happen is generally the crafting gets to be more expensive eventually, and then it's just playing the game content is going to be the cheapest way, right? This is what happened with Ascended. Nobody really crafts Ascended. It's just easier to get them through playing the game and stuff like that, which means crafting them is kind of, it's rendered useless. So I think if you just kept it crafting only, you've given more reason for people to use that system that you've introduced in the game, right? So I would have probably preferred it this way and then just remove all of this. And you could maybe link some materials that you might need for crafting from the gameplay. So I'm so used to the slow pace fact that now everything seems to be coming in the same time. You're just, yeah. There's quite a lot to take in. What's up, Ruz? Quite a lot to take in. I didn't notice Kiba's actually here. You can also go check out Kiba's link as an ANA partner. Go support Kiba. Yeah. I would have preferred the crafting only. Yeah. Of course, the new expansion owners can look forward to expansion exclusive as well. Some of these will be available, others follow in subsequent releases. Future updates. Expanded weapon proficiency. To round off our combat system updates, we're granting each profession proficiency with an additional weapon. Like we said earlier, getting to play with a new weapon and changing out your first 5 skills is one of the most impactful parts of an elite spec for many players. The weapon and weapon skills we're introducing to each profession in the new expansion are meant to satisfy that same itch of a new skill set. We just focused on making these weapons fit with the existing trait lines. This is planned for the second major release after launch, and we're aiming to ship those major releases quarterly. We'll have more details about the style of play associated with these weapons as we get closer to the feature shipping. And later this year, we'll have a beta for you to preview the changes. For now, here's the lineup of who's getting what. So I guess this will be... Okay, yeah. This will be the first lineup, I guess, that we're looking at, which is not too bad. I think it's better that they introduce them in batches rather than all in one go. So get used to a little bit of something before we move to the next one. So these are the ones that are going to get it. And then, as I said, quarterly. Try and see. So this weekend, June 29 to July 2nd, that's this Friday to next Tuesday, we'll be previewing Weapon Master Training. Anyone with a Guild Wars 2 account and in good standing, including play for free accounts, can create a beta character and take changes out for a spin to see how they feel. Hungry for more Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure info? Check out our blogs from today. Of course, we just went through all of those. And now keep an eye out between now and the launch of August 22 for any new news. So, and this is, of course, the official announcement post. I probably could have started with this first, but yeah. So I guess we could just, where do you buy this stuff? So easy. And I'll include all these links in the YouTube video below, so you can check them out in the description. Where and how can I buy? So the Secrets of the Obscure expansion is available for pre-purchase. Pick it up right now through our official web store right here, or from the in-game store, Steam, or any other official retailers. And you can buy it right here. How much is it going for? Dude, it's $25 standard, right? Deluxe, $50, $74. I'm buying the ultimate because why not? Why not? So that is a beautiful artwork. Wow. They don't miss with artworks, to be honest. Oh, that's the expansion. Yeah, we saw the thing. We already saw the thing. Yeah, but $25 is pretty reasonable for expansion kind of content. This is not bad. And given that it's $25 and you own all the subsequent releases that happen in that one expansion, right? So very cool. All right, so that's where you can get it from. And pre-purchasing guarantees you the following rewards: the Demon Hunter title, the Arcane Spellweaver's hat skin, and an Eagle Eye weapon skin of your choice. Your pre-purchase rewards, as well as any items associated with the expansion edition you buy, will be distributed and available in the game once you apply your registration code to your account. For full details on the items included with the standard, deluxe, and editions, visit the official store. So that's what you get when you pre-purchase, I guess. Yeah, there we go. When can I play? So it will be launching on August 22, 2023 at approximately 9 a.m. Pacific time. August 22 falls on what day, by the way? That's a Tuesday. Very bold choice. Why do they always launch on Tuesdays? Can they not just launch on Friday? Just do 25th. The 25th is actually the early access release for players who had the 3-day head start in the original launch of Guild Wars 2. So if they did it Friday, it would have been exactly 1 year since the game. It'll be exactly 10 years since the game, 11 years since the game launched. 11 years. It's like trying to math. All right, at launch, the first arc of the expansion's epic story, as well as 2 new maps, will allow players to explore the skies while putting many of the new gameplay features to the test. Major updates coming out roughly once a quarter following the expansion. We'll continue the experience with additional story updates, a new map, and more features and content. So yeah, we get 2 maps, a 3rd zone later, we get 2 strikes, we get a fractal, rewards, all that follow as well after that. So that's all that there is, guys. If you want all this information, it will be linked in the description below. You can check all of that out. You can actually get into the beta this weekend, this Friday, June 29 to July 2nd, which will allow you to experience some of the weapons that we'll be able to play with all the classes. So you can check out all the weapons and kind of get to explore a little bit. Secrets of the Obscure comes out on August 22. That will be on a Tuesday. Get all access to that. Check out all the information, and that's all I have for you. I don't have a ANET referral code, nothing to link it to. So again, go find an ANET partner and go buy it so you can support them. But I will offer you one thing. I will give away 2 copies of Secrets of the Obscure in this YouTube video right here below. All you got to do is comment your account ID and tell me, what do you think about the Secrets of the Obscure expansion? Do you like it, love it, hate it? Do you like that we're getting to go to the tower? Do you like the rewards, the weapon skins, all of that? Say it in the description. Say it in your comments below. Account ID is important, because if you don't have your account ID, I can't send you anything in the game. I can't text you. I can't message you. I can't do anything. So make sure you put that down there. And if you enjoy all my other content, you can find me on twitch.tv/guildmm, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, all links in the description below. There you go. So until then, take care, guys. I will see you when I see you. And yeah, get ready for the beta on Friday.